Welcome back to Rev It Up Bowling. My name is Jason Robarge, and today we have a tutorial video for you. Just like we did with the Scorpion pattern that we released last week, we're gonna be bowling on Cheetah. This is week 2 of our summer league, and what we're gonna be doing is just showing you guys how to play Cheetah, what to expect, what kind of balls to use, etc., etc. So I have a lefty that's helped me out with this, John Roche, my brother. He's gonna be tutorialing the left side of the lane. Now, we're only bowling 2 games. We're not gonna see much breakdown. However, you know, this would be a good reference for the league bowlers here at Centerbowl to look back and get an idea on how to play the lanes. We're gonna be bowling on Cheetah today. It's a 35-foot pattern, 33 mils of oil, a decent amount of oil, and it's pretty flat. It is a short pattern. We will be playing probably near the gutter, and I'm gonna kind of show you a few things there. But for the most part, it should be pretty simple. We laid this pattern out last year. It's one of the higher scoring patterns on the PBA tour, and we just want to give you guys an idea on how to play a short pattern, especially one like this where you can kind of play a couple different angles. Without further ado, let's get into it. So Cheetah, it's a 35-foot, 33 mils. Keep in mind with the mils, if it was a 45-foot, 35 mils, it's actually less volume as far as spread out on the lane. To be 35 foot and 33 mils, that's a lot of oil. So the oil pattern stops at 35 foot. There's a little bit of buffer. It is an asymmetric pattern. The lefties and righties have a little bit different shapes. It's about a 1.7 to 1 on the right and about 2 to 1 on the left. Any kind of short pattern, or any kind of pattern in general, we want the ball hooking before the end of the pattern. So it means we want the ball to start its transition before 35 feet. There's 2 ways to do that: surface or urethane, for the most part. Obviously everyone's a little different, but with patterns like these, urethane's really gonna come into play because we want the ball to hook early. We wanna get it started up because we have 25 feet of just open lane, open dry lane that ball is gonna hook. So we wanna make sure we get it started before that, get it rolling through all that dry. Urethane's really good for that. For the most part, I'm gonna be playing probably around the gutter to start. Cheetah's kind of a unique pattern because you can kind of get left a little bit, get the ball dished really quickly right and get it to burn up and set up at that pocket. Some other short patterns, especially flat ones, you know, you might just be playing urethane up the gutter. It just all depends on the lanes as well. This Centerbowl, their caps are screwed down pretty tight, like going up the gutters. Kind of crowns a little bit. Playing up the gutter at Centerbowl is a little harder, but we'll see what we can do. I'm gonna start with the purple hammer, just good old trusty. I'm gonna be trying reactive resin as well, just to show you guys what that looks like, but I'll definitely be in a different place on the lane. What I'm gonna do first is just right a second arrow, keep my break point around 5 or so, and just make sure it gets started pretty early. God, that ball's money. All right, not too bad. As you can see, that was pretty much straight up the lane. Short patterns, rule of 31, which is a guideline more than anything. 35 minus 31, 4. You want your break point to be about 4, roughly. Short patterns, we want to make sure we're probably closer to the gutter. The reason for, keep it in mind, you have 25 feet of just open lane. The pattern ends at 35. If your ball is in the middle of the lane, it has 25 feet to truck left or truck right. With short patterns, we want that break point to be as far right as possible because it has all of that open space. Now that's what's good about urethanes because they burn early and they don't do much down lane, so you don't have to worry about it as much. All right, we got lefty. He's gonna be throwing the new blue. Kind of trying to do the same thing, honestly, as me. Yep.
Outside. I'm not used to playing up the board, but yeah, that's basically what I was trying to do, was to up the boards. I missed out left, as Jason said. The caps are screwed down a little bit more, but just, it's a labor uphill.
Yeah.
Literally
it goes uphill. Okay, nice. All right, I'm gonna try to do the same thing. Again, short patterns. Typically, you're gonna be playing near the gutter. Now, for most league bowlers out there that maybe bowl a sport shot a few times a year, or just don't bowl on much short stuff, the big thing is you're gonna be near the gutter. You cannot be afraid to throw it in the gutter. It's gonna happen. I have 2 270s where I went, I think like front 6 gutter spare off the sheet. It happens, it is what it is, but the only way to get used to it is do it. Definitely practice around the gutter for sure, especially sometimes the mind trick just because it's a cliff. I'm gonna try to throw the exact same shot, see if I can repeat it. Yep, I can definitely repeat God, that ball's so good.
Nice
Jesus.
forward roll.
Yeah. Equipment, as far as what you'd be bowling on for this, if you have urethane, absolutely. That's gonna work a ton. I mean, obviously you see the purple hammer looks great, but also if you're a little rev rate or wanna open the lane up, you can use a reactive ball, but we'll get into that here. Probably next game is when I'll throw that, so.
All right, attempt 2.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah, I mean, like 3 boards outside, miss. What did I expect?
Yeah.
So that's where I wanted to go right there. Came in a little hot.
Yeah.
But I was kind of directing it off the hand. If I move a little bit left.
I think you
open
should
up.
move left.
Yeah.
Because right now you're trying to belly it too much and it's just not seeing the friction early enough.
Yeah.
Purple hammer, I put this at 500. Again, in the league, guys, it's not sanctioned. If you want to change surface during your shot or whatever you want to do, it's totally fine. Again, it's all about learning. I put this thing at 500 and it actually looks pretty dang good. I got some room out here too, which is nice. That was not good.
Look how you got around that one a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was really quick. Hook a little. Dang it.
And as you hear the old mantra for everyone, spares win games.
Yeah. Hit the pocket helps too.
Hit the pocket helps immensely. I'm gonna make a 2-board adjustment with my feet, maybe 1 with my eyes.
It's closer.
I missed 1 board. I missed about 1 board left.
Did you touch that with surface when we started?
I hit with 500.
Okay.
Yeah. It's my urethane, so
Yeah.
yeah. I'm weird like that. I don't have an actual urethane like most everyone has in their bag. When I say most everyone, I mean Jason.
Oh, we both got that spare.
Yep, just different ways.
Yeah. That's a good shot. I don't know how I'm gonna, there's just no way I'm gonna bring the black hammer over the purple hammer for nationals. There's just no way.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna throw it here in a couple frames. I'll throw the black one, but
Yeah, no, the purple is just a goated ball.
it's so good. Good shot.
There we go.
Yeah, your break point was probably about 4, 5.
Let's
Four
see.
left as it got.
Check spec though.
Yours is not calibrated correctly on the left side.
I guess not.
No, because it says your break point's 22. That is incorrect, and your break point distance is 60.
I break at 60 feet. Let's see.
Specto is messed up on the left side.
I think my break point was more like 7, 6.
No.
I don't think it bellied that. I don't think it got that far out.
I promise you it did.
All right.
I promise you it did.
You got the pro eyes.
In the last video, I was having a lot of timing issues. Made me throw the ball right. I think I figured those out. Feels good. Oh, I did, and it sparked up big time.
It did. It jumped off.
I was hoping I'd have that room there, but that thing really jumped up off the spot. Holy cow. Dang it. I was trying to miss a little right. I feel like I have more room right until that shot. The next big question in life. What a chop.
It is.
Oh, my spares are tragic. Go ball. Nice.
And I got room in.
Yeah, that one was like 6 at the break point.
Yeah, that was not. That didn't go very far out. That was pretty straight up.
I don't understand why the numbers are all messed up, but your line looks right.
Ah,
All right. Well,
because 60 every time.
it says 60 every time.
Have
All
to
right.
get management on that.
Yeah. All right, this looks pretty good. I just gotta make sure I keep the ball going more in front of me. I don't think I'm gonna make a move yet, honestly. I think the last 2 shots that went high were just right really quick, and maybe I did a little too much to it, so. Much better. Nice.
Now, Jason, what's some common misconceptions about short patterns to long patterns?
Short patterns, long patterns. Like a typical house bowler, when they see something hook, they're gonna move left. And I did this when I was young at junior gold, and I was playing like 6th arrow on a short pattern. It is hooking. The common thing to do is move left on a house pattern, right? Find oil, get the ball to go right, cover more boards. On a short pattern, it's a little different. Since there's so much open lane to hook, the more you move left, the closer you're gonna get to the head pin typically, as far as where the ball's going. With a short pattern, you actually wanna be farther away from the head pin, as far away as you can get, which is the gutter, right? Because it has all that open space to hook. A lot of people will move super far left on a short pattern and try to wheel the lane because all they're seeing is hook. Well, that's not the case. What we're actually going to do is get farther away from the pocket, get a ball that hooks a little earlier and burns its energy, and we're gonna wanna get near the gutter more. Long pattern, it's a little different. We don't see any hook. All right, we're moving right. Well, as we move right, let's just say we're at second arrow and we're trying to hit 10, then all of a sudden it doesn't hook. Well, shoot, I didn't even move right again. All right, now we're in the first arrow, we're trying to hit 5, 10. Well, we're just moving kind of farther away from the pocket to a point. With a long pattern, you're actually gonna wanna be closer to the pocket with your break point, i.e. the 31 rule for the most part, borderline. I wouldn't say it's a rule, more of a guideline, but that's kind of
the common misconception is shorter pattern, you move farther in, longer pattern, you stay farther out.
Yeah, and that's most pros or decent bowlers are already gonna know this, but for the people that are learning, short patterns, you're gonna wanna play near the gutter a little bit more, use something a little bit more rolly. Longer patterns, you can play near the pocket a little bit more because there's all of that friction. That's the biggest misconception for sure.
Dance, head pin dance.
Yeah. Oh, and when I say move, get farther away, I mostly mean your break point. Not necessarily your feet, because I could be all the way over here and I could throw it right at the gutter, and technically it's pretty far away from the pocket. But it's mostly your break point, where you want your break point to be. That was good.
That was good.
Good. Yeah.
Kind of a little more side roll than the previous shot.
I got it out of it a little quick, but it was still enough. I was having problems for like a month, trying to figure out why the hell I sent everything right. I didn't have a flat spot. It's literally like I took off 5 inches on my first step and everything feels amazing.
Ah, I got that out. Got it out, but it had some recovery.
Yeah, for our league bowlers, if you guys don't have urethane or something like that, obviously this ball package is available for cheaper bowling balls, but I'd encourage it. If you are a lower rev rate player and typically urethane never really works except once or twice a year, I can understand not buying one. But there are other ways you can get around these patterns. If you're lower rev rate, you can use a big asymmetric. You know, if you're more specific, you know, make it extremely short pin to pap, etc., etc. But you can use bowling balls like the Conspiracy to get the ball reading early. Again, we want that ball reading before the end of the pattern, which is 35 foot. You need it reading pretty early. All right, let's try a good shot. I want a 3-bagger. Oh, I love urethane. All right.
Beautiful.
Yep.
I'm gonna do a little change. I kind of figured out with my new. I'm gonna go to a hybrid, a pearly hybrid.
Good luck.
So as I showed you guys in the video before, last video, I throw a combination of stuff. He is staff, so he has to stick with the brand. So I got the.
Because I want to stick with that brand.
I mean, that brand is great. I love that brand. So, you know, if you're looking for a left-hander for staff up here. Anyway, so the Trident Horizon is a hybrid mark. Because you don't want to do more than one thing at a time. Mark.
Wait. That thing was way more blendy than I thought. I thought it was gonna take a left turn. All right, I'm done with the purple. This looked fine, nothing crazy. I'm gonna go to the black hammer. We're gonna give this a shot. The black hammer is definitely different than purple, but it's gonna be different for sure. We'll throw a shot real quick. Hold on one second. I want some oil on it, so my first shot's just not a duck hook.
Oh yeah, true.
With urethane over here. That way it actually like looks like I'm not wasting the frame with a ball that just hooks a ton.
Yeah, so he's gonna throw like 2 shots over there.
Just the one.
Just one?
Yeah,
Okay.
There's so much oil on this lane.
Oh, true.
All right.
We got the shark on that lane, which is the 48-foot pattern that it'll be pattern 3 for the league.
Pattern 3. All right, now we're going to throw the shot. I'm not gonna move it all, but I can probably guess it's gonna be light unless it needs a little bit more oil on the cover stock. Go ahead and throw the same shot. That was not a great shot. Actually hooked a little bit more than I expected, honestly.
Yeah. I
pulled a little left and it kind of skated, so that looked good. All right, let's see if I can convert a spare. That'd be concept. Or the Lindenwood. We didn't learn spare yet. All right. Yeah, bowling. Nice. Not bad. The black hammer, Definitely hooks a little bit less. Now, I drill mine to be even earlier than the other purple. There's a lot less down lane motion. However, if you guys have multiple urethanes, come bring them out, come throw them, have fun, do whatever. Learn some stuff.
All right, what I saw with my shot, the last one, was it did have a little more recovery than what was expected. It also skated a little more, but I'm still gonna move in a little bit and try to get the ball to check a little earlier.
Shot.
Just to wheel it.
Yeah. Now, typically, I wouldn't think that would work, to be frankly honest. Now, I know what the right side does. The left side's a little different. It's an asymmetrical pattern. But for me, that ball would have just checked and gone left. All right, 10 frame.
You're all about the hand. I'm all about the speed.
Yeah. All right.
Actually, I'm a tweener.
I'm gonna make a change. I don't think so, honestly. Like, that was so close. Don't throw it like this. Oh, baby.
Woo! That was like 3 board.
Yeah, I was like 1.9, baby.
1.9, Jesus.
10 frames. Like I said, don't be afraid to throw in the gutter. It is what it is. If you need to play the one board, play the one board. I didn't mean to play the one board, I can tell you that. All right, I threw it slow. One thing I'm noticing a big difference between the purple and the black right now, they hook kind of in the same spot-ish, right? Especially if I send it right early. We saw that the purple really liked to continue and it jumped through the face pretty hard. Now I did the same thing on that one, but that was kind of a miss on my part. But this one, the black, definitely wants to roll more forward, be less continuous off the back end of the pattern, which it's urethane. I mean, kind of continuous.
Get it.
All right.
Just 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I missed a little left, not too bad.
Left. Unlike Jason, I don't have the one board to bounce off of with that ball. I'm sure if I threw a urethane though, I probably could do that.
Yeah, if I continue throwing that ball, I'd have to square up a teensy bit more. Just being right next to that little bit of friction can make your ball jump.
Yeah.
Nice.
Going in the other direction, a lot of you probably have a symmetric solid, right?
Yeah.
So this is a good look. Now I know this ball's probably not gonna hook as much on the back end. It's probably gonna hook more mid lane, but I'm still gonna stay same spot. And I missed in.
Nice.
There's one for y'all.
Second game. I'm gonna change around. I'm gonna go to some reactive and see how it plays. I'm also gonna move left with some urethane and see how that plays as well. We're gonna go to the, first we're gonna continue with urethane, but I'm gonna kind of jump in and play more of a wheel. I'm gonna go back to the purple hammer because that's how, I just don't think the black hammer is gonna have enough gas to come back. If you guys watch the World Series, Cheetah is a very common pattern for the World Series of bowling. So if you guys watched the pros from last year, a lot of them were actually playing a little bit farther left, and they had these wicked angles right at the gutter early. We're gonna try to emulate that today. Again, with this kind of pattern, we want our ball to be around the foreboard roughly 5'4", 5'3", whatever, before it starts hooking at about 33, 34 feet. It doesn't mean I have to play right. I can play left, I just gotta get the ball at that point, which means a massive angle to the right. So we're gonna work on that right now. I'm gonna try to get this ball shot right towards the gutter as quickly as possible. And the idea is to create a loop, but have it start pretty early on the lane, very mid lane. Let's see, I want it to be 4, 35 foot. So that's gonna be 12, let's try 12. That's 8, that's 2, that's 4, 16. Sorry, I like to do math when I bowl. I'm gonna have to slow down. Hook, 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 hook. All right, gotta work on that a little bit.
I think your
I didn't really catch it all, plus I threw it pretty damn hard, honestly.
I think your black urethane probably hook a little better on that.
I don't think it will. It's so much more front to back. The way I have it drilled and everything, this just hooks so much more down lane. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw a normal shot and try to get lined up. Usually I try to do this with a resin, but we're not there yet. 16. That was better. That was a bad shot on my first one. But again, guys, the same idea with most of your shots. We still want to be around the 4, 3, 4, 5 board at break point. We still want the ball to hook by 35 feet. Just all depends on how we get there. All right,
I'm gonna continue with the symmetric solid Rhino. I didn't throw a very good shot that fill ball. I'm gonna stay the same spot. Try to throw a good shot, see how it reacts. Yeah, Yeah, it does check up a lot more off the end of the pattern. It is.
Well, that's a good example of it not hooking before a 35 foot.
Yeah.
I mean, it never saw the lane until after the end of the pattern. But it's really unpredictable after it gets to the end of the pattern. I mean, personally, that is hard the wrong ball, for sure. That looked better.
Yeah, I mean, I moved everything outside.
Yeah, if you get it left, for sure.
So like we were talking about earlier, shorter patterns, you want to be farther away from the pocket at your break point. I moved everything out and it rolled smoother. It didn't jump.
I tried to do this again, slow the ball down a little bit more. This is how I kind of had to play Nationals last year. I kind of had to loop urethane, which was really fun, but you didn't have to get it rolling, you know, crazy early. Yeah,
big
boy.
wheel.
That's what I was trying to do. Where's my break point on that? 1.6, baby. Yeah, I definitely threw that one a little bit too far right. However, it did what it wanted to. It read early enough, and then it had a ton of room to hook, right? 25 feet of it. And it just kind of labored, and it's just nice and smooth. That looked good.
Going off that spare, just get everything out. Too far out. Like Jason said, probably the wrong ball, but it's all about practice. All about trying something. Spares because we care.
We're gonna do it one more time, see if I can repeat a shot like this. I don't have to do this very often, that's for dang sure. So I was about 16, 17. I got it to 1. Let's try not to get it so far right, but slow it down a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit too much. The ball is just not transitioning enough before the end of the pattern. That one was maybe a teensy bit fast and it just didn't set up. And with the other one, the way they went through the pins, I had a light kick of the 10, which tells me that the ball was definitely struggling to retain some energy. Kind of tells me that this portion of the lane with this ball currently is just not it. I think next shot, we're gonna move to a reactive ball and try to play those same angles to see what we can do.
Nice and straight.
Bears.
Now what I got out here, Jason, what do you think I should try? See my new, it works really well.
Yeah.
Rhino, not so much. The hybrid, surprisingly well.
I would just keep playing it new, honestly. Play around, move around. Because I feel like if that's gonna be the ball you want, check your miss move room with it. That way in league, you can kind of go back to it. Yeah. Change surface.
So let's see here, I was playing 4.
Shot. Yeah, that's definitely the ball motion you want.
It is. It's more tamed than the...
Yeah, it hooks early enough, it burns its energy.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to the radical conspiracy. So the reason I selected this ball for what we're trying to do is a massive differential, meaning it flares a lot. The drill angle I put on it, basically everything about this ball is supposed to make it hook early, which is kind of what we want. So I highly doubt I can play straight at the board. I'm gonna stay on left a little bit, but the idea is still to get it right early. Again, right at that 35, 34 foot. Probably gonna be some adjustments with this, but we'll see. Yeah, let's stand on 20 and see what happens. Not bad.
Like a glove.
Huh?
Like a glove.
Yep. The reason I use this ball, it's also at 500. Everything about this ball right now is screaming, let me hook early. You can use a reactive ball like this if you're lower rev rate possibly, but the idea is still the same. We want it early and we want it right, you know, pretty quickly. It was something that burns a lot of its energy and it's not skid snappy. No pearls unless it has a ton of surface. No hybrids unless it has a ton of surface. Solids are fine. Again, probably something.
I'm gonna try moving right, see how far right I can get. Making one board with the eyes.
That was a good shot. That was a great shot. Yeah, look good.
It does.
This shot's really fun to play. Try to repeat what I just did. The whole idea what I'm trying to do here, again, is just get the ball reading early and have it just roll at the pocket. That one, it was definitely rolling out for sure. So I don't want to make it hook any later than it's doing it. It might be just an evil I have to work with.
Mark.
Oh, don't hook,
Okay.
don't hook, don't hook. Yeah.
One for left side.
Yeah, that's a good example too of the patterns. It has a little bit of taper right on the edge. I never got it to the taper. That means I basically just played the US Open flat pattern at that point. I basically just played red square. It's dead flat in the middle. And as you can see, as soon as it saw the friction at the end of the pattern, it took a left turn.
I'll continue my journey right. Do another 2 and 1.
Oh, bye-bye.
That was more like a 2 and 2, but
Oh yeah, you grabbed it.
Yeah.
Big time. That's okay.
if you're watching on the overhead cam, you probably saw me pull my whole shoulder in grabbing that thing.
Spare.
Thank you. And still not as beautiful as your spares, but
Yeah, what spares? I'll get those. All right, so this one, I'm gonna just, again, I have to send it to that taper, to that right part. I have to get it to like 3 down lane. Open my body up a little bit, those angles wider. Oh, give me a break. Give me a break. All right, I sent it right. I just sent it right too quick for sure. That's what's hard. If you guys watch what are you talking about right now? It's a head pin.
yeah, you miss a head pin, you buy 2 rounds.
Oh my God. If you guys watch the telecast, like I think EJ was throwing reactive, but kind of like what I'm doing, he's just so good. Yeah, this is honestly gonna be very difficult because I don't have a whole lot of room. Oh, it's gone. Oh, thank God.
Still got it.
Yeah, these big angles right, tough. It's so hard to see the ball, for me, at least right now.
I want 11. That's better. That's about as far as I can get in.
Yeah, before it starts, yeah.
Just kidding.
With that ball,
Like you said, bowling on US Open flat.
fair. All right, I'll move right a little bit, shut those angles down, but still get it to like 2 or 3 down line. There it is.
Nice.
There it is. Get the ball rolling forward.
Outside.
My ball.
Goodbye. It's a little fast, my feet.
Yep.
So if y'all haven't noticed from the last 2 videos, one big thing is approach consistency is key for bowling. You aren't consistent on your approach, you're not gonna be consistent on your throw. That's better. Ooh. A little fast off the hand, but
It is a little quick still. Or
a little quick.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's see if we can repeat that shot. It was 12 at the arrows, 2 at the break point at about 36 feet. It looks so good. All right, I figured that out a little bit. I had to square up a little bit. I was playing too much angle, too hard to fit in that box, so. Oh, good.
as noted before, the last shot for me, started running a little fast on the lane. So I'm just gonna move in a little bit, shape the ball more towards the pocket earlier.
Nice.
Play a little straighter angle, but
Yep.
yeah,
Oh, good. When you guys start seeing transition on Cheetah, 33 mils, 35 feet. That's a lot of volume in 35 foot. What you might see if you're throwing urethane, you might see some carry down a little bit after practice, about a game of lineage. Your urethane might wiggle a little bit more. You just need to get the ball hooked a little bit earlier. If that's slow down, move right. Maybe add some surface, whatever the case may be. You can make there's no rules in the league, so make whatever you want. If you're throwing reactive, again, probably expect the same thing, but eventually, if there's a ton of urethane going on the lane, these bowling balls may wiggle a little bit more. I know I have a significant problem in my game going from urethane to reactive resin. That transition for me is very difficult. But honestly, this looks pretty good. Yeah.
How many pins touched
Roll
that?
out, baby.
How many touched the 10 pin on that one?
That was pretty good. All right, well,
I counted 3.
I like that. I drilled that conspiracy. Super weird. 25 by 4 by 70. Early and smooth. And it has a big asymmetric dip. It makes it flip even more, sort of, kind of thing. I haven't thrown it on anything except now this, and honestly, it looks great.
Yeah.
A little quick.
Yeah, I about 2 boards missed left and didn't really get my hand in it.
No, it was fast.
Yeah.
It might have not slowed down because you didn't get your hand in it, but it was quick. I don't know what you're trying to do there. That's a point too where you gotta learn how to throw straight and stuff.
Well, I was trying to throw straighter. I was trying to throw straight.
Not straighter.
Oh.
Dead straight. That'd be so cool if we could do this 4 times in a row. Oh my God. Nope, not a chance.
Nope.
I was not even focused. I was thinking about birds or something. I don't know what I was doing. Throw it at the gutter, damn it. GD 10 frame.
Can I not just wipe my ball down?
All right, so this is the last shot. I'm gonna do something kind of fun. Angles up really wide. Hook. Yeah, don't do that.
What I saw, I don't know if you guys will play back and see it. The ball wiggled. The ball wiggled a lot.
Oh, it wiggled a ton. Yeah, all the way down.
That's the wiggle we're talking about. All right. Well, last frame. I'm gonna hit the ball earlier. I did this at Nationals a couple years ago.
Nope.
It did hook though. It did hook.
Well, yeah, you slowed down. I mean, that was literally 3 miles an hour slower than your last shot.
Well,
and you hit up on it a ton.
Well, that's moving my eyes from the arrows to the dots on the lane. You're there and you're just hitting the ball more. That's a technique y'all can practice too. Is if the ball just seems like just move. Hooks too much.
Shot master.
Shot master. Like you last game.
Yep. An overview, Cheetah. It's gonna be for our second pattern of the Summer Sports Shot League. That will be come up. We have 2 more of Scorpion, and then we're off to Cheetah. The big takeaways from this pattern. We want our break point to be right. We want it to be around 35, 34 feet, right? And also, in order to create that, to make that happen, urethane or some kind of surface, right? We do not want bowling balls that retain a ton of energy. We need them to burn energy early. That way they have a lot less down lane. If you're a lower rev rate player, still try to play a little bit farther right. Again, I should see most everyone's break point, especially right of second arrow, right over the top of first arrow at about 35 feet. If you guys are trying to visualize what ball shape you're trying to create, look at the lane, split in half and add a couple feet. Right there is where you want your ball to start transitioning. Again, urethane, maybe big asymmetrics, shorter pin to paps, stuff like that will help that smooth ball reaction. If you guys have any questions, please come holler at me when the league starts, and also just message me over Facebook. Everyone at home, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think of Cheetah. What works best for you? You know, have you shot any honor scores? Whatever the case may be. Pass some information along, pass some knowledge along, and we all get smarter. With that said, my name is Jason Robarge.
John Robarge.
We're revved up bowling. Much love. Peace.